Welcome to our live training session number 34, part 3. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at dialing in our wide open throttle tuning. So we're going to look at our fuel and spark tuning process. We're going to take a look at the knock control and how we can use that in guiding us in doing our wide open throttle tuning so we make sure we have the proper amount of spark timing and we don't damage the engine. So without further wait, let's jump into the live training session so we can check this out.
Welcome back to our live training session here with our second gen Mitsubishi Eclipse. In the last video, we dialed our idle and part throttle areas of operation in. We learned how to use the global fuel trims and our global dead times to get things adjusted, get things back in line, to make sure that at idle, our airflow per rev was reading about 0.24 to about 0.26. So we're in that ballpark range. Our combined fuel trim is showing plus or minus 5% of adjustment. We had everything dialed in. Now we're ready to take a look at our open loop operation. So we come out of closed loop, we don't have our trims applying any kind of offsets so that we have our delivered air fuel. In this case, it's going to be what we programmed in the open loop air fuel table. Jumping into our direct access portion here, it's going to be what we've programmed here into our open loop max octane table. Now, we have checked on the option here in our first video when we created our base calibration file under the auxiliary maps, the enable min map octane as secondary maps. When we toggle this on, that's going to be bypassing our minimum octane table here for both the fuel, the air fuel target, and for the spark timing. So we're only working with now in open loop these tables here. So the values that I've programmed in here, pretty simple table. So this is going to be what I have once I come out of closed loop. Between 0.3 and 0.7 here in our load factor, I'm going to have a value here of 14.7 to 1. This is going to be my part throttle, my normal kind of part throttle operation where I would be driving in closed loop. So I don't want to have my air fuel represented richer or leaner right here. When I start to get into my higher load, so my load factor starts to increase here, I'm getting into boost, I'm going to start to taper my air fuel up. Once I get to a higher load here, about 1.6 and higher, I'm going to be commanding a target air fuel of 11.4. So we're going to have a ascending, or descending I should say, target air fuel as we're going up here in our load factor. Now, I do see a lot of people go into these tables here and they have different values at different engine RPMs. I usually keep these tables pretty simple because on a big turbo like this, we're going to have a nice, just kind of linear transition when we get into boost. It's not going to build boost at 2,000 RPM, or I might have to try to lean out the mixture or try to richen up the mixture. This isn't going to build boost probably at about 4,000 or 5,000 RPM with this size turbo. So we're effectively going to be taking a look at this area of operation here when we get into our open loop. Now, a couple other things into our open loop thresholds. We did set our load factor here relatively high all across our engine RPM, and our throttle position here is also relatively high all across our different RPM points. What we want to do right now is lower our thresholds down. Specifically at high RPM here, I'm going to go to a value of something like 10% throttle. So I'm going to go here from 4,000 to 6,000, right click, I'm going to do interpolate left to right. So as I go up in engine RPM, my throttle angle has to be less and less to get into open loop. And in fact, I might even want to go here.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here. And you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.